What's up, guys? This is English Grammar Explained after quite a long absence. Today I'm showing you more examples of causative form from Roundup Grammar 5 students book. This is it. This is this book. The book I take the exercises from. Obviously not the coolest handbook in the world, but many people like it. My students like it, so I use it to show typical examples of different grammar topics. Okay, enough of that. Let's start. So, first thing first, let's read the task. Something can happen to each of these people yesterday. Yesterday. So, everything will be in the past. Past simple. Maybe. Past simple, past continuous, something like that. Write sentences about what happened to them. Use the causative form. Causative form. So, I'm ready to use this structure. Somebody or something, maybe somebody is more possible. Then I use had, because it happened yesterday. That's past. That's very important. Then, object number 1. This is something. And then, object number 2. And this is participle 2, or past participle, whatever you call it. And maybe, but not necessary, other words. So, let's look at the first sentence. It's already done for us, but it's not clear. I can't see anything, so I will do it. What do we see? We have an object, the car, his car. So, Ted, blah blah blah, his car damaged, in brackets, by a falling tree. Maybe Ted's car was damaged by a falling tree, or falling tree damaged his car, something like that. So, I have first object here. This is Ted's car, actually. And then I have the verb, or infinitive, whatever you call it. This is verb. And then I have an actor, so-called actor, or agent, or something that did the action, performed the action. And when I want to say that something was done for me by whoever, and for some reason I don't want to say who exactly does it, in such case, I have to use causative form. So, according to this first sentence, a tree, a falling tree, damaged Ted's car. Actually, I have 3 ways of saying about it. First, a falling tree damaged Ted's car. That's the simplest way to say it. It's informal, it's easy, it's very practical. As usual, we talk like this. However, if I want to make my sentence more formal and more, so to say, academic, I have to use other ways. So, the second way to say it is like this. Ted's car was damaged by a falling tree. This thing is so-called passive voice. Here I say exactly the same thing as in the first sentence, in this first case. That's exactly the same. But more attention is paid to the car than to Ted. And to falling tree. This sentence is very formal. What if I don't want to sound like this, very formal, but still I want my sentence to be smart? In this case, I use causative form. And this causative form looks like this. Here I have my theory piece. And as I see, the first will be subject. If I look at my sentence, I will see that my actual subject is Ted. So, Ted will be my subject here in my causative form. Ted. Not Ted's car and not a falling tree. Then I put had, because I have had here. That's the first position, second, third, etc. Here comes the first object, his car. Here comes the second object, damaged. And here come the other words. This is my number one, my subject. Then I have my head. That's the second position. And then object number one. Then object number two. And then the other words. And we are done. Let's try another sentence. Martha, and then in brackets her bicycle / steal from outside her school. My subject here is Martha. Then I put had, just according to my theory piece. Then comes my first object, here, her bicycle. Then comes my second object, steal. Steal is an irregular verb, so it has a form of stolen. The third column of irregular verbs table, or past participle, whatever you call it, stolen, anyway. And then all other words. From, outside, her school. What is interesting about this sentence? If we compare the first sentence and the second one, we see in the first sentence we have a so-called agent or actor. We have it in our sentence, so we know what actually damaged Dad's car. But in the second sentence, we don't have an agent or actor or performer. We don't know who actually stole Martha's bike. And that's maybe the most interesting thing about passive structures and about causative form. So-called agent or actor is not important for us. What is important is my subject, which actually doesn't do anything. And then the object, and of course the action performed, but not the agent. Well, let's try the third. Rick, and then in the brackets, his house / break into by a burglar. So, same thing here. Rick is my subject. Then I put had, just because it's past. Then I put the first object, his house. Then comes break into, but it's also a regular verb, so it will be broken into. And then the agent or actor who actually performed the action. Number 4, Gary, then in brackets his window / smash by ball. So, what is my subject? Of course, Gary. Gary. Then I put head. Then comes his window, first object. Then comes smashed. The second object. And then other words. By ball. And last but not least, number 5, Todd, and then in brackets his CD player / break by his little brother. So, what is my subject? Yes, it's Todd. Then we put head. Then we put the first object. See, it consists of 3 words. That's not important. Your object may be long, your object may consist of 1 word, or 2 or 3, or even more. Then goes break, or broken, because it's past participle. And then all other words. By his little brother. Here we have the actor. We know who broke the player. And this is it, we're done. The main feature of causative form is that the main person, the main character, is my subject, who or which actually doesn't do anything in my sentence. It just occupies the first position. That's it. Then we have had in different tense forms. It could be future, it could be past, it could be perfect, whatever. Then we have object number 1. That's actually the thing on which the action performs. Then we have the past participle, just like passive structure. And then we can, but it's not necessary, we can have our actor, or agent, or performer, who actually performs the action. So, this is my performer. He performs this action. This action is performed on this object. And this object belongs to this subject. That's it. That's the whole logic of causative form. So, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. There will be more to come.